Hey, it's Ryan. I've got a really quick story to tell you. I hope you had a great weekend, but I'm so excited. I kind of made a few connections, and I thought it might be valuable for you. So, you already know I have been falling in love with rock climbing for the last few months and have formed a lot of relationships with people at the rock climbing gym, and I'm starting to have deeper relationships with people, and I'm starting to meet a lot of people who don't know a lot about real estate or mortgages or the process or how it goes, and I'm explaining to them what goes in, and I'm trying to find the right framework because a lot of people that I talk to are young and have no exposure to it. So here's how it goes, and you can apply this to pretty much anyone that you're meeting in terms of understanding. When I put it in their perspective, I said when you first came to the rock climbing gym, you probably read a little bit. If you went to a rock climbing gym and you had no friends who did rock climbing, you would go there and then you would kind of figure it out as you went. You would probably watch a few YouTube videos of what to expect, but as soon as you got to the gym the first time, it was super foreign and super nervous and scary. And it's because you saw this big wall, you saw a whole bunch of different color holds on the wall, and you didn't know what to do or what meant what. And then you tried to ask a few people, but you didn't know whether it was the right advice. And then you started trying it, and then eventually you formed relationships with people, and eventually after a long time you got really good to the point where when you look at a wall, you don't see a big splatter of all these different colors. You see routes. You see start here, and here's all the things that happen there, and you can see what happens from here to here, and you can really get excited for the process right at the very beginning because you see and know what to expect. That's kind of like what it is with where we are in our career and as mortgage professionals or as real estate professionals. We know how to read a route. We know how to read, like, we start with here's the information, here's the wall, which is the house and the transaction, and here's what we know what we can expect from here to here. And there may be surprises along the way, but we trust ourselves well enough to be able to know that we can adapt or compensate or adjust for whatever happens on that wall because we've been here before, and we can get to the finish line, and we're confident in that. With whoever you're talking to has a certain frame of reference that you can connect that with. Now, if it's with guys at the gym, you can talk about the first time they went to the gym and how they progressed over time, whether they had the right mentors or people kind of guiding them on how to do what they were doing, whether they had just one person who was really, really good, who was walking them through, telling them what to expect, just making them feel comfortable and not so freaked out along the way, or whether it was their first time and they came in, they had no connections whatsoever. I'm trying to think whatever other kind of industries or sports or whatever you want to apply that to, it works really, really well. And the reason it works really well is because you can also build a lot of trust and connection and rapport with that person that you're talking to. Now, if I use that rock climbing analogy with someone who's never rock climbed, obviously it doesn't really mean a whole bunch because you don't rock climb. But if I compare it to whatever sport you really care about, and you can tell that I'm understanding how you must have felt during that time period, automatically there's that rapport and connection because people feel understood, they feel heard, they feel known. So we want to make sure we do a couple things. Whatever analogy you're connecting it with, you want to make sure that we are asking questions and understand what they have experienced and are going through, and show appreciation for what they have gone through. And then they in turn see and appreciate the level of expertise and what we've gone through to get the skill set that we have. Really cool. It breaks down and makes so much more connections so much faster. That comes not from how good we are at explaining what we do, it's how good we are at connecting what they already know to what we are. So listening, understanding your clients and your the people you're talking to, so that way you can connect and build rapport. Awesome. So let me know any other examples that you guys have of different industries or sports or analogies that you've come up with that really form a really good connection point with your people. All right, that was a long one, but thanks. If you know anybody who needs to get pre-approved to buy a house or needs to refinance their home, give me a call.